why are we in Tuscaloosa, you may ask? I'm taking this lovely lady to her dentist appointment. I always have dentist appointments or doctor's appointments or something to go to. So while we're in this big booming city of Tuscaloosa, she and I are going to do some shopping.
Yeah.
We got some stops to make. We might stop off at Hobby Lobby and we're going to get her some fast food and what else? Maybe find you a dress. Didn't you need a dress?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to go dress shopping for this lovely lady. And she gets her lunch right after this dentist appointment.
I'm so hungry.
Let's go in and get this over with. And while she does that, I get to do a little bit of knitting while I wait. Where are we now, you may ask? Hobby Lobby.
This is where we spend all our money.
Right? Let's see if we can show some restraint, shall we? Only been in here a few minutes and already I found myself some embroidery patterns. These are cute little patterns that I can put on something. And of course I've got to get me a beautiful multicolored pack of cotton floss to go with it to do my pretty embroidery. I can just use my pretty little cotton floss to just embroider it on there. I love it. It's beautiful. We made out like bandits, y'all.
Got it.
There was a lot of stuff on sale. I got my embroidery stuff and needle art stuff, and then Avery and I came across these little fountains.
They're so
Y'all,
cute.
look at hers and look at mine. And they were on sale, 66% off.
66%. 66%, eh?
Yeah.
Can't beat that. And
$8.
yeah, they were down to $8. So these are $8 a piece, these little cute pottery fountains that you can put on your tables and in your room and stuff. So she got her one she liked and I got one I liked. So I call that a win. That's a deal. And for our last shop stop, Target. So right when we roll in the drive, the bottom has fallen out. The bottom has fell out on us, honey. Oh no. It's bad out there, y'all. Like bad. Like wind blowing, lightning is striking everywhere. I'm tempted just to stay in the truck for a minute, but the door's right there. Do you want to make a break for it?
I don't know.
We could say 1, 2, 3 and make a break for the door. We're gonna get wet no matter what, so.
I mean, well.
Stuff is blowing sideways, like the plants are just doing this. Hey, big family, look what Avery left for me. Some bonsai seeds. So she bought this kit, this bonsai starter kit, and she read all about them, and she learned about the different types of bonsais that were in the package, and there's different kinds of seeds here, and she already planted her amount of seeds from each one that she wanted in her little starter grow bags and stuff, and she left me these, and she said, Mama, you can plant the rest of these if you want in your greenhouse. So guess what I'm going to do? Mama's going to take the rest of these seeds and I'm going to put them in the starter trays and I'm going to start these little bonsai seeds and I'm going to see what grows because bonsais are beautiful. And she was telling me how big they can get and how they're used for landscaping and shade and canopies and stuff like that. And these colors are just awesome. So if any of these grow, this would make a beautiful addition to our homestead. I would love these bonsai trees. Okay, out in the greenhouse, and I got my little helper Miles with me. We're going to start planting these bonsai seeds. Let's do it. Okay, here's your cup. I need you to stack all the cups into those little holes. Can I have some too?
I got this.
Good job. I can start putting a little bit of dirt in here, but we're mostly going to use the other kind of dirt, but I'll put a little bit in each one. Okay.
I think we might need.
All right, so let's get the soil.
Yeah.
I'll turn on the hose. Don't too much.
I'll hold the bucket. Actually, we don't need to hold the bucket.
Water at the bottom.
After this, you don't need to wet it anymore.
Okay.
Now you just mix it around with your
And
hand.
let all the water drain out the bottom.
You try just mix around. It will feel like mud. This is all the muddy dirt. Basically, you have to mix it around for a few minutes.
Mm-hmm. Now you
Get it
just take a
started.
handful and put it in each cup. Here's a spoon if you want. You can take a spoon or a handful and stick a little bit of dirt in each cup. About up to here. See that part right there? Up to there.
Okay. 1 second. It needs more a little more stirring, and it feels good to just stick your hand in.
It feels good, huh? You said it feels good just to stick your hands in it and squish around in it.
Okay, Mom.
There you
Started.
go. I need a little more. Okay.
And flatten it out. I'll just put it in.
Yep, you start filling. Now, I need to go get labels because if we don't label things, we're going to forget which kind we planted where. So I need to get labels. You keep going. I'll be right back.
Big clump of dirt in there. You're back with the label.
I'm back. All right. So now, what color do you think we should use for the first ones? For the Rocky Mountain pine seeds. These are Rocky Mountain pine
And-
bonsai.
And Norway spruce.
Well, first Rocky Mountain pine. So which color for Rocky Mountain pine? Oh, you dropping dirt. Yellow?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do yellow.
The next one, teal.
Okay.
And the next one, wait, what's the next one after this?
Well, let's get to the next one after this one.
That's gonna be red. So for the one after Norway spruce, we're gonna do red because
You
it's
mean
a
pink?
red. Yeah, pink.
Yeah, pink.
Because it's a red tree. And
That's
then the
right.
next one is blue, so I'm gonna use blue.
Okay.
Right?
That sounds good to me.
I'm matching their colors with the label.
Very good.
Oh no, problem.
Uh-oh.
We ran out of. We're gonna run out of soil. Really,
I have a
really soon.
solution to that problem.
What?
What do you think the solution is?
Make more,
We go get more.
and then wet it all over again.
Okay. Rocky Mountain pine seeds. Got one label.
You can do that.
These are beautifully filled little cups. Thank you. You're good at planting seeds. I remember when you helped me with the, well, you helped me with the cucumber seeds and squash seeds in the spring. I remember that. You were pretty good at it. Okay. So I'm just going to make sure one good seed goes in each one. And we soaked these seeds already. My daughter Avery has already soaked all these, so hopefully they will germinate with no problem.
Bonsais can get really big if you let them.
Mm-hmm. How big did we say they would get?
As big as a full-grown tree.
Yeah, like huge trees.
But that's why it comes with snippers, because you're supposed to snip them down because it's
Right.
a house plant.
If you want it to be a house plant, which it can.
That's why the bonsai set comes with snippers. What does bonsai mean?
Bonsai translated means grow in a pot. It means to grow in a pot, which most people do. Most people grow their little bonsai in a pot. But some people let them get huge and big like normal trees.
Like us?
I'm hoping to let them get big. I want them to grow big and tall. Avery says she's going to have a few of them as houseplants. She's going to have a few of them inside, and she's going to grow them in a pot, and she's going to train them and snip them like you talked about. But a couple of these, I want to put them out on our farm somewhere, and I'm going to let them get as big and tall as they want to. And I hope they get really wide so we can sit under it and be all shady and go, and just relax under a shade tree.
That's gonna be red and blue.
Mm-hmm. And some of them, yeah, like that one has red flowers and stuff, and one of them looks blue, and they have all these beautiful colors when they bloom. You'll have to go fill it with some more dirt for me, okay?
And then you'll
That
turn
bucket.
on the
And then I'll
hose.
turn on the hose and we'll water it. That's right.
Then I'll have to
These
mix
look
it again.
good. That's right. Now we only need a little more dirt. We only need this much. So maybe this much dirt.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you. Okay, so the next color he said was teal.
Teal for the next one, yeah.
Okay. Norway spruce.
Mom,
Yes, honey.
do you have a trowel?
I do. I think it's on that big picnic table.
Okay.
Either that or on my pretty potager table right by the front door. He's gone to get a trowel. Okay, let's see how many seeds we have of the Norway spruce. We'll only do one row of these because we only had enough seeds for one row. So one row of the Norway spruce and that's it. Hopefully we'll get some germination out of that. We only have one row. Royal Poinciana. Wow, Poinciana. Poinciana. Royal Poinciana. Okay. And it looks like we only have 6 of those seeds. So again, we're only going to be able to do one row. All right, only 6 of those Royal Poinciana. Let me do those last 2.
Got a little more just to make sure.
Oh, thank you. It's always good to be sure.
How do I turn on the hose?
You have to turn it to the left. So which one's your left hand? Nope, that's your right hand. Turn it to the left. The one that's connected to
Red nozzle or the gold?
the golden one that's connected to the water hose. Do you see the one connected to the water hose? Yeah. Now turn it left. Wait, this way. This way. Turn it this way. Yeah, turn it towards me. Yeah, turn it towards me.
Actually, don't. Never mind.
So wet the dirt just a little. There you go. I've only got one more to do, and I think I'm going to use blue. Is that okay if I use blue?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Wait, which one is it?
It's the purple one, the
Yeah,
blue,
definitely. I told
blue
you, you
jaca-
proof of that
yeah,
one.
blue jacaranda. Jacaranda? I don't know if you say jacaranda or jacaranda. I'm not sure, but that's
Jacaranda.
the jacaranda. Okay. Thank you, bud, for wetting the soil for me and getting more soil. How many seeds of this do we even have? Thank you for turning it off. Thank you. Oh, it looks like we only have a few, like maybe 4. Oh, we only have enough for one row of that. Okay. Gonna have extra soil and not enough seeds. Blue. Jacaranda. That's a word. That's a $4 word for you right there, huh? Yes.
Don't use any of this yet.
Okay, I won't. Are you thirsty, Miles? You thirsty, bud? That's a country boy for you right there, drinking out of the water hose. Oh, Miles, you wet me. Oh, you splashed me. No more. No more. You are so silly. Does it feel good? Feel good, huh? Does that feel good? Yeah, does that feel good? Miles, stop. All right, can you turn the water off for me now? Thank you. Okay, they're all labeled. Awesome. So awesome.
You are so awesome.
You're awesome too. Okay, so we have just a few more little, do you have a little bit of soil? A little bit of wet soil?
Yeah.
Can you give me a little bit?
Hold on. 1 second.
Thank you.
2 seconds. I might be a gardener just like you.
Yep. I would like that if you do become a gardener. And I think your family would like it too, your future family.
Do you think I would be paid a lot if I was a policeman?
A policeman?
Yeah.
They don't get paid a lot, no.
Why? They're saving citizens.
Well, you are right. They're saving lives and they should get paid more than they do. But unfortunately, they don't get paid enough for what they do. Just because you make a lot of money does not mean that your job is good or bad.
Yeah. But you want a good job.
Yeah, but
a
you
job
do, yeah.
that makes you a lot of money.
You're right. You do want a good job.
So you can feed your family, take care of your family.
Can I see the hose over here, sweetie? Oh, just hold it still just like that, right there. Thank you. Just gonna trickle water from my hand on here because I don't have my handy dandy watering can with me. It's way across the yard and I don't want to go get it right now. So I'm just gonna do this. Oh, better yet. There we go. That's even better.
I'm going to need more.
That's it. I think I'm good. Okay, we got everything planted and labeled. So this is the extent of what we have here. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 Rocky Mountain pine, 4 of the Norway spruce, 6 of the Royal Poinciana. Is that how you say it? Poinciana? Poinciana.
Poinciana.
Okay. And blue, say it, jacaranda?
No, not that.
Jacaranda? How do you say it?
Avery. Avery can't even pronounce
We
that
got
one.
5 of these. It's either jacaranda or jacaranda or something like that. It's so I spelled it for y'all, so y'all pronounce it how you want to. But we got 5 of those, and we got a very wet Miles. So our planting kind of turned into water play, but I'm okay with that. We're good. We're good. We've planted all these bonsai trees for Avery, and I don't put a whole lot of faith and a whole lot of stock in those, kits that you buy from the store-bought kits with seeds in them. I don't put like a whole bunch of stock and faith in these to germinate or grow. But if it even has a chance of growing a bonsai tree, I'm gonna give it a try. If I even get one germination out of this, I'll be happy because I would like to have any sort of bonsai tree. That'd be pretty, huh?
Hey, Mom.
Hey.
Are you going to even use Avery's snippers to trim those?
Oh, I'll let Avery use the snippers when she trims them up.
Yours.
Well, those are babies, so I read the instruction and it said when it sprouts and when it's little, it said don't snip them when they're little. You have to let them grow.
When it's a full tree, will you use those tiny snippers to snip it?
When it's a full tree, I'll probably need some big clippers to trim it. When it's that big, I'll probably need something bigger than those itty bitty little snips.
Now that we're here, look at that spider. See?
Ew. Ew. That's gnarly.
It's a spider.
It's one of those little crab spider thingamajiggers right there in the spout of the water pipe. Ew.
When I turn the water on, I can't turn it back off because it goes right here.
Okay, well, we're going to leave that alone, and maybe he'll leave, or maybe she'll leave. But if she doesn't leave, we'll just get a stick or something and remove her and put her in a different spot.
Like maybe we'll drive to the beach.
No,
Crab spiders love the beach.
Oh, I don't think this one does. I think this one lives out in the grass and the woods and stuff. So maybe we'll put her out in the woods.
Oh, I think I know why this crab spider went to our faucet.
Why?
Because it likes water. Because it's a crab spider. And
Think
crabs
so,
like
huh?
water.
Yeah, you might be right. Hey, bud, what do you think of this weed fabric right here?
I think it looks
You like it? Did you see how I put it underneath the green stalks and stuff?
No.
You didn't see that? Does it look nice? Does it look better?
Yeah.
Yeah. No more weeds and grass under there, huh? Mama done good. Well, now that our seed planting and water play is over, there's some things out here that I actually wanted to get to. So I'm glad I brought you out here with me. This whole side of the raised bed, as you can see this side behind me, you see how flush and big and flourishing and thriving this whole side is. And you see how well not this side is? It's just not. It's not doing well. Nothing's growing really well except for the loofahs. The loofahs, if you can see it trailing up right there, finally decided to take off up the cattle panel. And this loofah's not doing too bad either. I will leave the loofahs and probably the cherry tomatoes as well. I'll give them a little more time. I'll give them another shot to give me something. I want some cherry tomatoes. I was so hopeful for these blue indigo blueberry tomatoes, the little blue cherries, and I did start to get some on, and then as they were coming on, all that rain hit, and they just didn't make real well. So they've gotten a little bit sickly now. I'm hoping they can outgrow it and just keep performing and just catch on and get the gist of what I'm wanting them to do and start growing up this cattle panel like the loofah is. I'm hoping that will happen, but I'll give them a little more time and see what happens and see if it pans out. But all this other stuff is just not living its best life, not doing well, not thriving. This is not the kind of flushness and fullness that I was hoping for. And I have other things that I want to grow. I have other things that I need to plant that can produce food and fullness and flushness and lusciousness and beauty and herbs. And I have so much I could do with this bed if I just take these little not so healthy little tiny piddly things out. So sometimes you got to remove what's not working to put in something that will work. So that's what I'm doing today. I'm taking care of this side of the greenhouse bed. I might leave this because this kind of is doing okay. It is kind of doing well. This is a little basil I had put in here. It's starting to pop. It's starting to show that it actually wants to be here. So I might leave it and just give it a second chance. Again, same thing here with this basil and this marigold. They look really good. Those look really like vigorous and like they're gonna make it, so I'm gonna leave them in. As we get down here toward the end, we have the overachievers, the nice basil and marigold that did really well, and the cherry tomatoes that are starting to show some healthy foliage at the top. I got to trim up the bottom, but you see how we barely got any cherry tomatoes coming on? I just need that top foliage to keep going and just keep growing and put on more tomatoes for me before it's too late. So I'm still hopeful. I had to make some hard decisions here in this bed to tear out some things. I'm gonna tear out that little one and do some touch up around here, but then I've got all that space to put in things down there. You know, I was on my dance team in high school, and the one thing that they always told me, they said, if you are on this team and you were chosen, you better show up and do your job. You better put forth some effort. You better show me that you want to be here. Because if you don't want to be here, there's a whole line of other girls waiting behind you, and I could call up 1,000 other of them, and I could have them here in a minute to take your spot. So if you don't want it, somebody else can have it. You know, if you want this spot, you better show them that you want it. You better show up. You better put forth the effort. You got to be present. If you want your spot, you better show them that you want it. So that's the kind of tough love that I'm putting on my plants. If you want to be in the garden, show me that you want to be in the garden. Put forth the effort. Be vigorous. Show out. Bloom. Grow. Put forth the effort. Show me that you want to be here, or you don't have to be here. You don't have to be in the garden if you don't want to be. But that's kind of tough love I'm putting on it right now. So what I'm putting in this bed today to fill these empty spaces has a very interesting story behind it. So these are, ready for it? Butter beans. So these are some butter bean seeds that my friend gave to me. I'm not even sure exactly what they're called. I'll have to ask her if they have an actual name, but she just said they were butter bean seeds. I'm not sure that she does know the name, because in the story, the way it goes is she got them from an elderly lady that she used to help garden. She would help this woman go out and tend her garden because the lady was elderly and couldn't get around very much and gotten to where she couldn't garden very well at all without help. So she decided to go help this lady in her garden. And she would, you know, give her produce for helping her, you know, and they would share, and they had some wonderful memories of gardening together, and she helped her tend a lot, and she always helped her pick these butter beans. Well, she had asked the lady about the butter beans, and she said that her I can't remember her grandmother or great grandmother. It was an heirloom butter bean that was passed through the family, that was given down through the generations. They saved seeds from it. So they've been saving seeds from this butter bean. And it may be a common butter bean. I'm not sure. It might be something that I could go buy at the local feed store. I'm not sure. Like I said, I don't know what kind of butter bean it is. But I thought that was a great story behind it, that her ancestor had passed her down these, seeds and all those memories and all that food, and this is a great heirloom. This is a wonderful gift that she gave that woman. And then, I don't think this elderly lady, I don't think her children or her grandchildren really did a lot of gardening and weren't interested in it. So I don't think they were going to carry it on. I don't think they were going to carry on that tradition and that heirloom. So since my friend, my young lady friend, was the one who was out there helping her in her garden and helping her with these butter beans and listening to this story and stuff, and became like the next person carrying the torch for these butter beans, she gifted her a whole lot of these seeds. And I only have like this little, baggie of it, but she has more. And she gifted them to her to carry them on. And she asked her if she would plant them and continue planting them. And she was so excited about that. She was like, oh, will I? She was so excited. She said that she did have a couple of bad rounds with it, a couple of bad tries. She had tried to plant them and didn't get a good harvest off of them, or didn't get enough to save seed the first couple times, but she still had a decent amount of them. So when I moved here, when I came along and I met this local friend of mine, and she told me the story and showed me the beans, she said, maybe we could divide and conquer. Maybe we can both, since we're gardeners and we both like to garden and we both, see the value in the story and the carrying on of these seeds. Maybe we can both try to plant them and see what we get. And one of us has to get a good harvest off of it, right? One of us is going to have to be able to get enough to save seeds, right? In theory, if we divide and conquer, we have better chances. So she took, her big stock of them, and she gave me a good amount, a good honking size, two handfuls at least. And I've already planted some out in the other bed that wasn't so successful. That bed completely failed. So I already have tried to plant some of these and they failed. But I'm planting them now in my raised bed. In my raised bed, used to be greenhouse, and I think they're going to do so much better right here, and I want them to do better. And that was the main motivation for me tearing out a lot of this stuff to make space, was to make space for these butter beans, because that's what I've been wanting to grow, and I haven't gotten to it. I haven't built any more raised beds. I haven't made any more space. Our big garden is not ready, but by dang, where there's a will, there's a way, and I'm going to make a way. So I made me some space, and I made me some room for these butter beans, because I am going to grow them. And I'm going to save at least half of these for this coming spring, early summer, and I'm going to have another bed ready by then, especially for the butter beans, and I'm going to plant them again. I'm going to try again after this try. So here we go with this attempt for butter beans. Let's do it. And I'm going to plant them really close together, like maybe 2 to 4 inches. I'm going to put them real crowded in here. I want them to just fill out this entire bed. So it's going to be just, kind of putting them all in, So I'm not using a measuring tape. I'm not using, head, shoulders, knees, and toes. I'm just throwing it in, y'all. I'm putting these in because I want them to get going. Okay, so maybe I don't have like a half a bag. Maybe I've got like a fifth of a bag, fourth or fifth of a bag. I may have gotten a little overexcited, a little overzealous about planting these butter beans. I may have filled this bed to the max with butter beans, but they're all planted. And I promise y'all, I went back and covered them up and put them actually in the ground. I didn't just drop them on top of the soil and leave them for the birds and the chickens to find. I just kind of pushed every bean in and with my finger and covered them up and made sure they're all covered so they will sprout. I'm so excited to see them sprout and germinate and see little bean plants coming up all in that bed. Y'all, I told my kids about this story about these heirloom seeds, and they were just as excited as I am. They were like, wow, they understood the meaning and the value of that. And that was great to me, that they were excited for me to plant these. And they kept reminding me, Mom, when are you going to plant those butter beans? Like, they were willing to take upon themselves this tradition and carry on this heirloom for this lady. And that was the whole idea. When we save seeds, me and my young friend, if we get any seed harvest off of these and save seeds, we're going to give some of those seeds back to this old lady so that she can continue to get out in her garden and plant her butter beans. And we'll be so willing to help her do that for as long as she shall live. And I am happy to have this now in my garden to carry on in my family. And I'm happy to pass that on to my children and my grandchildren. Just the happiness of planting butter beans. Who cares what variety it is? Who cares what kind it is, or like where they actually originated from? It's the story of people that cared enough to pass that down through generations and have those memories of, as a family, planting and harvesting butter beans and feeding their family. And to me, it's just exciting. I love butter beans. My family loves butter beans. We all love to eat butter beans. And this is something that I'm happy to give them and happy to share with them. And I'm so grateful to that elderly lady for doing this for us. And I'm happy to carry it on for her. Time to go in and help Wes with dinner. I love you guys, and I'll see you real soon. Bye.